Hello everyone, welcome to ETManufacturing. We are live from Hannover Messe Media Preview in Hannover, Germany, and we have with us Mr. Jochen Köckler, Managing Director and Chairman of Deutsche Messe. Mr. Köckler, the theme for this year is energizing a sustainable industry. What does it mean? Can you please explain in detail what does it mean, what exactly you are going to showcase at this edition of Hannover Messe?
Yes, we are showcasing this year of Hannover Messe as a vertical show all aspects of modern innovations and technology for the industry. And especially we are strong in the three mega trends, that is automation, digitalization, and electrification. And the topic of electrification, that is quite new. We are committed that we should reduce CO2.
Right.
And to reduce CO2, you need a lot of renewable energy.
Right.
And then to energize a sustainable industry means in the wording that we need a lot of impulses to have a sustainable industry. But the ecological aspect and the CO2 reduction is only one aspect. Most important is to be competitive.
Right.
Therefore, you see in this Hannover Messe edition, in a fantastic speed, a lot of new innovations to use AI as a new technology to be more committed.
Right.
For example, the Siemens Copilot offers the engineer the possibility without coding
Right.
a lot to explain him by mouth and by speech what he should do.
Right.
So that is the overall aspect. We energize the sustainable industry to make the industry more competitive, to make it more competitive on the ecological way, but the core is to being successful, earning money as an entrepreneur with modern technology.
Got it. You spoke about AI, and speaking to many industry verticals, I have realized that there are three distinct trends that's shaping up: AI in manufacturing, battery technology, and material science. What else kind of trend you can see in the industry that's shaping up the manufacturing globally, and how it is helping the sustainable goal that everyone has?
The first aspect is that in research and development, you can use, if you have the right data, AI to be much more quicker, much more creative. You have an idea,
Yeah.
and then you simulate it like we saw it here in the presentation,
Right.
and then you see immediately if the idea is good or bad.
Right.
The second aspect is what you can see there on the stand. If you have a running machine and you analyze the data and you see in the morning the machine works much harder than in the evening.
Right.
So you're able to give the machine in the morning more energy
Right.
and in the evening less. So the use of data to running a machine with this artificial intelligence, it's still the same machine, but you have less energy, perhaps you have a better maintenance and all these aspects. So that is making it more intelligent, and therefore for the entrepreneur who run the machine,
Right.
having less cost and perhaps a better output. That is the basic idea, and that is quite complex. There is not one exhibitor who sell you the product. You have to find it for yourself, like we have to do it. Like
Right.
we as human beings need AI, how to use it. If you write your text for yourself or you ask ChatGPT, it's your
Right.
decision.
So prompt.
Yes.
The actual prompt. Yeah. Right. So in your welcome note also, we saw that you spoke about the European industry going through some turbulence since last 3 years, and now you have for the better time ahead in coming days. How do you see the Indian market that's growing rapidly, and we see that the German investment in India is also growing continuously? As a German company, as a German exhibitor, and also as a German human being, what kind of thoughts you have for the India as a market?
US big democracy with more than 1 billion people. You are quite young, you are quite ambitious, and you're really keen to develop yourself.
Right.
We have in Germany a situation after luckily 80 years of freedom. Perhaps we are not longer in the situation that we are so keen to do everything that our economy is in this perfect way. So I feel that there are a lot of investors who would like to go to this dynamic Indian market, to use your young population, to use your hungry population to be successful.
Right.
And that is a great opportunity for you. And if you find here in Hanover German companies who are willing to invest to explain the Indian advantages, that is something that will happen. But I'm also optimistic that we in Germany will be back again. We will have on Sunday election, and then we have again impulses for our industry.
Got it. So you spoke a lot of good things about India. You are quite optimistic, but do you still find some sort of challenge to invest and do business in India? Some sort of bureaucracy or ease of doing business still needs to get better infrastructure.
At the end, it's a question of trust.
Right.
So we need a situation. If you invest, you need the right people. That the people will stay with you. That they will be loyal, and that you understand the market. And yes, the mentality is still different if you're acting here. In Germany, it's a mentality between north and south different. So
Right.
the most important is for investors to elaborate step by step an atmosphere of trust,
Right.
and to understand each other, and then you're successful.
And there is lots of saying about China plus one, China plus one. Do you think China plus one is real and India is there in that plus one bracket of German companies, of any other companies?
What do you mean with China plus?
China plus one is strategy. Everyone's talk about China plus one having facility somewhere else. So do you think that in China plus one, India is there for German companies to think of?
Yes, absolutely. German understand after we have cheap energy from Russia, a lot good business in China, and the defense is done by United States. We understand to diversify.
Right.
So my observation and advice would be every time not doing business only with one partner.
Right.
And India is ready, and it was interesting that China developed in the last 3 decades so much better in business than India.
Right.
Hopefully now is the time for India.
For next 10, 20 years.
Yes,
I would
next
say.
20 years belong to
We
India.
see that Canada is the partner country this year, and we also see a lot of good technologies from Canada. So many good number of companies coming from Canada. When can we see India as a partner country for Hannover Messe?
You already were partner country in
Next, because now the industry
15. 15?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, we are every time open. We have next year Brazil.
yeah.
Then we are dealing, and then it's why not? After 10 years, it's again possible. It was a fantastic partner country.
Great.
We can renew it again.
Got. Last question. Your message to the Indian exhibitor or Indian delegate who would possibly come to Hannover Messe. What should be your message?
I hope I gave you a lot of arguments visiting Hannover Messe. We would be very happy for every single one of you being an exhibitor or visitor visiting us here. If you're open, it's a real unique possibility to understand the situation. It's a real unique possibility to see what AI will be a possibility for you. And be not afraid. That's something you have to understand, like my generation understands 30 years ago a mobile phone and internet. It's nothing else. It's only the next step. The meaning of artificial intelligence is perhaps something that we think it's competition to our brain. But I would like to be so happy to welcome here as much as Indian visitors and exhibitors as possible. See you in Hanover from the 31st of March this year.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Joe, for talking to ETManufacturing.
Thank you.
Thank you.